The longtime couple, who share 6 daughters, 13-year-old Blayke and 9-year-old quintuplets Riley, Ava, Olivia, Parker and Hazel, are taking some well-deserved time to themselves on the June 11th episode of OutDaughtered, but they're finding new challenges everywhere they go. While attending a couples retreat, Danielle, 40, and Adam, 41, realize that their love languages are the exact opposite of each other, and, according to a professional, that can create a lot of problems. In exclusive look at the episode, Danielle says that her love language is acts of service, because ever since I've been a child, I've had to do so much for myself that, for someone to take the load off of me is a huge weight of love. Something as simple as going to start washing laundry because you know I do it and you know it'd help me out is an act of love for her. That shows me love. That's how I understand love, she adds. Adam, on the other hand, says that his love languages are words of affirmation and then physical touch, leading his wife to realize, literally, his top 2 are my bottom 2. The retreat leader tells the group of couples that of all the 5 love languages, physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, and quality time, physical touch can be the trickiest one. If someone is a very high-touch person and that's what they need, and the other person is a very low-touch person, that's very challenging because we can't fake that part, right? She says. It's really about that intimacy, about being connected. But when your partner needs that, you have to work 10 times harder than any other love language. Danielle similarly reflects on what she's learned, as she says of her past, how I grew up, we're not lovey-dovey sisters and whatnot. But we still love each other. And I love Adam and his family and they are more lovey-dovey, and that's strange to me, but you know, we can be aware of it and put the other before ourselves, and hopefully it'll make these acts of loving easier. After establishing that Danielle and Adam represent the hardest matches, someone who prioritizes physical touch and someone who doesn't, she says, love languages are so important, because if you know it and you do nothing about it, problems start. Undeniably, OutDaughtered fans know that Riley Busby is famous for her reactions. Recently, Adam Busby made a drastic change and promised fans he would record the Busby quints reaction once they saw it. Without a doubt, fans were eager to know how little Riley would take the news. But is she traumatized after getting the big unexpected shock? Wasn't long ago that Adam Busby shocked fans with a sneak peek of his drastically new look. Unmistakably, Adam likes to do things to keep the kids on their toes. But now, the reaction to his big change may have been more than he counted on. After watching the reveal, fans are wondering if it was too disturbing for Riley Busby. While it was a huge surprise for the whole family, Riley's behavior in response made fans question if it was extremely traumatic. Promised, Adam Busby posted a follow-up video with the quints learning about his new look. Much like the viral reveals of babies seeing their dads after they shave, the quints were dumbfounded by the new change. First, Adam shows Danielle and Blayke Busby his new buzz cut. When Adam took his hat off, they couldn't stop laughing because it was so drastically different from his usual longer hairstyle. Undeniably, the simple removal of his thicker hair substantially shifted his appearance. Then, Danielle stares at him seeming stunned. Neither knew what to say, but Blayke throws some jokes at her dad and pokes fun at his extremely different hairstyle and image recreation. Adam says, obviously it is just like so different. It's going to take a little bit to get used to. However, Danielle and Blayke bring up Riley Busby and thinks she is going to freak out. Blayke comments that Riley is going to ask so many questions, like, why'd you do that? What did you do? After showing Danielle and Blayke Busby's stupefied reaction, Adam Busby records the Busby quints seeing his hair shaved for the first time. The girls jump trying to remove his hat and see his new haircut. Although several of the quints were bobbing around him swatting at his hat, Riley climbs on the counter and snatches his hat from his head. Immediately, Ava, Hazel, Olivia, and Parker Busby are speechless from the shock. Without a doubt, they all felt like someone was punking them and didn't know how to respond. However, Riley was clear about not liking the change. Adam asks, "What?" as Riley looks at him like he is a stranger. Then, unusually quiet and talking through clenched teeth, Riley says, "I don't like your head shaved." After the quints had a few minutes, they were all laughing and giggly about their dad's new hair, except Riley Busby, who couldn't take her eyes off his betrayal. She just stares and then finally walks away. Riley suggests he should just make it bald, but then retracts that statement and says, "You can grow it." But she comes around a little when he lets her feel it. However, then Riley turns her back on him, letting him know she still doesn't approve. Several of the quints told Adam they didn't like his haircut, and even said he resembles Uncle Nick. Ava pretends to throw up when Blayke says Lily likes it. But the girls are busy and just keep moving even with Adam's big surprise. Although it continues to shock them each time they see him, they are gradually getting adjusting to it. Beach trips and school milestones, the wall was a visual journey of how far these little girls have come. Many fans were moved to tears seeing the throwback photos, especially those who have followed the family since the very beginning. One of the most emotional moments came when Adam and Danielle each gave a short speech to their daughters during the party. Fighting back tears, Adam thanked the girls for teaching him how to be a better dad, saying, "You five have shown me what true love, patience, and laughter look like." Danielle echoed those sentiments, saying, "I prayed for one baby, and God gave me 5 of the most incredible blessings." Social media lit up with well wishes from fans, fellow reality TV stars, and even the TLC network itself. The official OutDaughtered account posted a collage of the quints through the years, captioned, "Happy 10th birthday to the amazing Busby girls. We've loved watching you grow." Fans flooded the comments with birthday messages and emotional tributes, many sharing how the Busbys inspired them through their own parenting journeys. What stood out most about the day wasn't just the fun and frills, it was the overwhelming sense of love and connection. Despite the noise, cameras, and online fame, the Busby family remains grounded, tightly knit, and full of heart. As Adam and Danielle said in their posts, the quintuplets may be 10 now, but they'll always be their little miracles. As the sun set on the Busby backyard, the girls snuggled up in matching pajamas, yes, even those were custom-made for the occasion, and watched a movie under the stars. The birthday celebration ended with popcorn, fairy lights, and a lot of giggles. Danielle snapped a photo of the 5 girls lying side by side on a giant outdoor blanket, captioning it, "Perfect ending to a perfect day. Happy 10th birthday to our beautiful girls. We love you more than words can say." With a new season of OutDaughtered currently airing, fans can expect to see more behind-the-scenes footage from the birthday celebration on the show. Danielle hinted that this special episode will be one of the most emotional yet, filled with never-before-seen moments and a few surprises even longtime viewers won't expect. As the quintuplets step into their tween years, it's clear that they're growing into thoughtful, confident, and uniquely individual young ladies. Each one has a personality that shines, and the bond they share as sisters is stronger than ever. Whether they're bickering over clothes, laughing at inside jokes, or plotting their next big party idea, the Busby girls are a testament to what love, teamwork, and a little bit of organized chaos can accomplish. The OutDaughtered quintuplets have officially hit a major milestone, double digits. That's right, the 5 adorable girls that fans have watched grow up on the hit TLC reality show OutDaughtered just celebrated their 10th birthday, and it was nothing short of spectacular. From custom birthday shirts to a dessert request so specific only the Busby household could make it happen, the celebration was filled with love, laughter, and a whole lot of glitter. For fans of the show and those who have followed Danielle and Adam Busby's journey since the quints were born in 2015, this birthday is both heartwarming and surreal. 10 years ago, the world marveled at the miracle of 5 tiny girls born healthy and full of life. Now, those little babies are walking, talking, sassy young ladies with personalities as big as Texas. The birthday celebration was everything a 10-year-old could dream of and more. Each of the girls, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, had a special part in planning the festivities. Of course, no Busby birthday would be complete without some chaos, creativity, and a whole lot of sparkle. The girls' excitement was palpable from the very first moment their special day began. As Danielle Busby shared on Instagram, they were up before the sun, ready to take on their big day with energy only a 10-year-old could muster. To commemorate the occasion, the girls wore custom shirts that proudly declared their milestone birthday. Each shirt had the number 10 in a playful, bold font with each girl's name and a splash of their individual favorite colors. It was a fun and stylish way to show off their individuality while celebrating their bond as sisters. The family began the day with birthday pancakes, a tradition in the Busby house. Each pancake stack was topped with whipped cream, sprinkles, and a candle, and the girls squealed with delight as they sang happy birthday in unison, taking turns blowing out their own candle. Adam Busby captured the moment on video, sharing it with fans and adding the caption, "How are they already 10? Time flies." But it wasn't just breakfast that had the girls buzzing. As the day went on, the Busby parents revealed they had been working behind the scenes to pull off the perfect 10th birthday bash, and each detail was tailored exactly to the girls' requests. One of the highlights of the celebration was the custom shirts, not just for the quints but for the entire family. Even older sister Blayke and their parents wore themed apparel that matched the girls' birthday vibes. Each shirt reflected the girls' favorite things. Riley's had unicorns, Hazel's featured kittens, Ava's sparkled with stars, Olivia's had rainbows, and Parker's was dotted with hearts and pastel colors. The girls were so proud to wear their designs, and Danielle shared that they had been talking about their birthday shirts for weeks leading up to the big day. As for the party theme, the Busby household embraced a color explosion vibe that made the entire celebration feel like a Lisa Frank dream come to life. The decorations were vibrant, with streamers in every shade imaginable, confetti balloons, and colorful tableware. A rainbow balloon arch welcomed guests at the entrance, and the backyard was transformed into a multicolored paradise complete with bounce houses, a slime station, and DIY crafts. One of the most heart-melting parts of the celebration was the birthday dessert request. The girls had apparently given their mom and dad a very specific idea of what they wanted, a 5-tier cake, with each tier representing one of the quintuplets. The catch? Each tier had to be a different flavor, and not just any flavors. Olivia wanted cookies and cream, Hazel wanted red velvet, Parker insisted on funfetti, Ava asked for strawberry shortcake, and Riley, the family's wild card, requested bubblegum. Danielle shared in a behind-the-scenes video that it took several weeks to plan and coordinate the custom cake, but the end result was worth every second. The cake was a showstopper, topped with sparklers and glittery 10 toppers, and each girl lit up when they saw their vision brought to life. Beyond the cake, the quints also requested a unique twist on traditional party desserts: build your own dessert jars. Danielle and Adam set up a dessert station with mini mason jars, where each girl and their friends could choose from layers of brownies, puddings, whipped cream, fruits, and toppings. The idea came straight from the quintuplets themselves, who had seen something similar on YouTube and begged their parents to recreate it. According to Danielle, it was messy, but totally worth it. The birthday bash also featured an epic dance party. With a playlist curated by the girls themselves, a mix of Taylor Swift, Olivia Rodrigo, and Disney favorites, the quints and their friends danced their hearts out under a canopy of lights in the backyard. Adam, never one to shy away from a silly moment, jumped into the dance circle with his girls, and Danielle couldn't help but laugh as the birthday crew tried to teach their dad the latest TikTok dances. "He's trying, bless his heart," Danielle joked in her Instagram stories. Older sister Blayke, now a teenager herself, played a special role in the celebration. She helped coordinate some of the games and activities and even gave each of her sisters a handwritten birthday note, sharing sweet and funny memories of growing up together. Her involvement was touching to fans, who have seen Blayke grow into a nurturing, patient big sister over the years. The Busby parents made sure the celebration also included time to reflect on the past decade. They set up a memory lane photo wall with images of the quints from every year of their life. From their NICU days to their first steps, dance recitals devolves into a conversation about their inability to truly enjoy each other anymore. Their marriage, once built on shared laughter and teamwork, now often feels like a business partnership or crisis management team. Then there's the reality TV factor, which can't be ignored. Living under constant scrutiny changes people. Every fight, every misunderstanding, every eye roll is dissected by fans and media alike. The Busbys may have agreed to share their life with the public, but doing so came at a price. They can't simply have a disagreement without worrying how it'll be edited or perceived. Danielle, who seems more reserved and wary of public opinion, likely feels additional pressure to maintain a facade of perfection. Meanwhile, Adam, who enjoys the camera and spotlight a bit more, doesn't always see how this dynamic affects her. The mismatch in how they handle fame is yet another source of tension. Their different personalities also play a role in their ongoing struggles. Danielle is highly structured, practical, and a self-declared perfectionist. She thrives on order, control, and planning. Adam is more spontaneous and emotionally driven. While opposites can complement each other, in their case, it often leads to conflict. Danielle wants predictability and reliability, especially with 6 children in the mix. Adam, meanwhile, sometimes focuses on the big picture rather than the small daily tasks that keep the household running. This divergence in temperament creates frequent miscommunication and mutual frustration. Health issues, particularly Danielle's, have also taken a toll on their relationship. She has shared health struggles that remain unresolved, leading to physical exhaustion and emotional strain. Her inability to feel fully healthy has made her less patient, less energetic, and less capable of engaging in romantic or lighthearted ways. Adam, while concerned, often seems unsure how to support her emotionally and practically. This health uncertainty has created a shadow over their day-to-day lives. When one partner is in chronic discomfort, the emotional weight affects both. Without a clear diagnosis or solution, it becomes an ongoing source of stress that bleeds into every other aspect of life, including their marriage. Financial pressure has also quietly played a role. While the Busbys have multiple income streams, including the show, their boutique, and social media partnerships, raising 6 kids is expensive. Add to that the expectations of fans and the pressure to live a certain lifestyle, and it's clear that money is never far from their minds. Decisions about where to invest, how to budget, and what's worth prioritizing often lead to tension. Danielle, who appears to be the financial realist in the relationship, often finds herself having to rein in Adam's ideas or ventures. This dynamic feeds into her perception that she's the one carrying most of the burden, financially and otherwise. Fans have also pointed out the subtle changes in how the couple interacts over the years. Early seasons showed a playful, affectionate couple. Now, their interactions are more formal and businesslike. While they still speak kindly to each other and maintain respect, the sparkle is noticeably dimmer. They are often seen managing chaos rather than creating joy together. Moments of levity are fewer and farther between. This erosion of lightness, of simply enjoying each other's company, is perhaps one of the clearest signs of strain. In some ways, the Busbys have become victims of their own success. The image they built, a strong, loving, faith-centered couple raising a large family against all odds, became so iconic that deviating from it feels like a betrayal, both to themselves and to their fans. But the truth is, no relationship can thrive under constant performance. Adam and Danielle are clearly trying to protect their marriage, but the real work lies in doing so away from cameras, away from curated Instagram posts, and in the small, everyday decisions that prioritize empathy, honesty, and partnership. Still, their continued commitment to working through these issues, however imperfectly, speaks volumes. They haven't walked away. They haven't quit. That resilience, even if fraught with strain, is a testament to their deep-rooted desire to keep the family whole. But resilience alone doesn't solve the deeper problems. Without significant shifts in communication, emotional intimacy, and mutual understanding, the strain may continue to erode what they've built. In the end, the real reason the Busbys still have a strained marriage is layered and deeply human. It's not one dramatic event, but rather the accumulation of exhaustion, unspoken resentment, health issues, unequal labor, fame, financial stress, and unmet emotional needs. These are not the kind of problems that reality TV can solve, or even capture accurately. They are the quiet struggles that happen behind closed doors, long after the cameras stop rolling and The Busbys have been a staple on reality television since OutDaughtered first aired in 2016, captivating audiences with their journey raising the only all-female set of quintuplets in the United States. What started as a heartwarming and chaotic tale of 2 parents navigating life with 6 daughters quickly turned into something more layered. Fans have followed Adam and Danielle Busby through the highs and lows of parenting, business ventures, and family dynamics. However, as the years rolled on, viewers began to notice subtle but persistent signs that their marriage wasn't as picture-perfect as it once seemed. While they have never declared their relationship is on the brink of collapse, cracks have become visible. The real reason the Busbys are still experiencing a strained marriage is a combination of stress, evolving identities, emotional disconnection, and the relentless pressure of living life under a microscope. When the quints were born in 2015, everything in Adam and Danielle's life changed overnight. Sleep deprivation, financial strain, and medical issues with some of the girls forced them to put all their attention and energy into their children. For years, they operated in survival mode. Though they often appeared united in front of the cameras, it's impossible to ignore that the foundational structure of their marriage quietly suffered. The spotlight was always on the kids, and the show rarely gave much insight into the emotional labor Danielle was carrying or the internal struggles Adam was facing, including his public battle with postpartum depression. Over time, this unacknowledged wear and tear began to impact the fabric of their relationship. One of the biggest contributors to their ongoing tension has been a consistent imbalance in parenting roles. While Adam has always portrayed himself as a present father, Danielle often bore the brunt of responsibility when it came to the day-to-day management of the household. Whether it was scheduling appointments, organizing meals, or dealing with behavioral issues, the mental and physical load seemed to fall squarely on Danielle's shoulders. She's even expressed on camera how exhausted and overwhelmed she feels. Viewers have watched Danielle silently juggle 6 children while also managing the family's clothing boutique, Grace & B. Her exhaustion has often manifested in impatience or blunt remarks toward Adam, who sometimes appears oblivious to just how close to burnout Danielle truly is. At the same time, Adam's desire to carve out his own professional identity outside of just being a reality TV dad added another layer of stress. From launching media ventures to taking on influencer roles, Adam began stepping into roles that took him further from home, causing friction. Danielle has repeatedly voiced frustration about not having enough help, especially when Adam is chasing projects that, in her eyes, don't contribute tangibly to the family's stability. There's a clear disconnect in how they view work, parenting, and obligations. Danielle operates in a practical, no-nonsense zone, while Adam often seeks creative fulfillment. This mismatch in priorities has widened the emotional distance between them. Communication is another core issue. Though the couple often talks through issues on camera, their conversations tend to expose more underlying frustration than resolution. Danielle, for example, has shared that she doesn't feel heard or validated, especially when voicing her physical ailments and stress levels. In one memorable episode, she mentioned ongoing health concerns, expressing that she was in excruciating pain, yet Adam seemed unsure how to offer support. His response, while concerned, didn't always match the level of urgency Danielle hoped for. This created an emotional disconnect. Adam, on the other hand, has revealed feelings of being unappreciated. He feels he's trying hard to support the family in his own way, yet constantly gets criticized for not doing things Danielle's way. Neither feels fully seen or valued, which further adds to the marital strain. Another layer to their marital tension is the glaring lack of time for intimacy and connection. Raising 6 children, 5 of them the same age, leaves little time for couple bonding. Adam and Danielle have acknowledged this repeatedly, noting how hard it is to even schedule a date night. While they've made efforts to reconnect through trips or one-on-one time, those moments are fleeting and often undermined by lingering resentment or